Okay, that's good. لحظة.
Yeah.
Wish. Okay, I'm just testing the range of measurement. Okay.
Okay, that's what the podcast is gonna start with.
What?
You just going whoosh. All right.
Roman, reminding people to keep moving.
Do you like some water?
Yeah, thank you. Only halal drinks. الحمد لله. طب صب للأخير يعني. This is والله, this is water, not vodka. Fill it, man.
That's classy, man. It's fine. Anywho,
هلا حبيبي.
what's up?
هلا.
How you doing, bro?
All good. How about you?
See, with that, the
Okay.
reason I didn't put the extension parts is because I was thinking that the smaller distance the signal travels, the better
Mm.
in terms of editing.
ما شاء الله.
Sound has been a fight.
Oh. Oh, we should be sitting together. Okay, sorry. To make it more dramatic.
Yes. What's up, man? How you been? How's it going?
I've been alive. All is well. I'm breathing.
Alhamdulillah.
What else?
You should calm down. It's fine.
لا
It's
لا لا.
not like an interview setting. You know,
I get you.
it's still just a
مرة.
conversation. None of
Let-
your haters are listening.
Okay. Let me sip. Okay. بس والله because I'm just going to work and sleeping basically. So it's like in hibernation mode. That's it. You choose the wrongest. Nothing
And
interesting going on.
No, don't say that.
لا, this is not a
There's
therapy.
no.
This is not a therapy. Laugh and we go to the next question. لا حسين حرام.
Why do you think that? Why
Man,
do you
حرفياً.
think you're not interesting?
لا,
Was
not.
it,
No, لا,
when did it start?
There is a difference.
How old were you? When did you first feel not interesting?
When I was 5.
You and me both. Anyhow,
As old as you were in the picture.
oh yeah, that picture is me in like 8th grade. Something. It's not that young, but I
Eighth
just
grade.
you look weirdly younger than right
Eighth
now.
grade. It's like you were around 14.
14, 15, yeah.
It's like for you, it's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But,
Basically.
14 is like 15 years ago for me. Time passes really fast, man.
I'm 27, not 25.
Wallah?
Yeah.
MashaAllah,
It's fine. Calm down. You're good. What has the switch been like from being unemployed
Mm.
to for how long? Like how long did you not work for? Is unemployed an offensive term? Would you prefer jobless?
I mean, they were calling me that for the whole 1 year. It's like
It was a year?
There is no Hussein. There's no stuff. It's just like jobless. It's like, guys, I have emotions, right? Escort. They keep telling me this job will keep working around and you're not working. Basically, this is like how they kept anything that's working. Ah, Hussein, see that's working, right? And you're not. فعادي, bro. That's really good. It helps you to work under pressure, basically.
And
But
what was that like? How long was it exactly?
it's 1 year and 1 month. But it's like basically I wasn't like a jobless. I was working on the side, but let's say you were working as a freelance, which wasn't enough. You should be working freelance with your job, not just like as a
Unless your
manager.
freelance is paying you more than your
Yeah,
job.
exactly. It was paying me enough to survive, but not like enough to make something. But alhamdulillah, yani. And I do believe I needed that time off because I've been working like for 10 years.
Full time.
Since I was 18, yes. So it's like, Habibi, I need to chill شوي to see what I want to do in life, basically. فالحمدلله.
How was that? Did you take that time? Did you get to what you want to do?
Well, I had
Like the
good
con-
sleep, alhamdulillah. I don't believe you should figure out anything like in a time frame. sometimes عادي. You could figure out what you want to do in your 40s, in your 50s. You know, فاتس عادي, it's fine. بس انه بس الحمد لله انه انا I understood something that you should never devote yourself unless you're seeing something in return, whether it's like let's say appreciation or like money, because at the end of the day you wake up not because oh I love to work, you wake up because you want money. حبيبي, the حارس will come and tell you no pay no honey, get out. فيا.
And you felt like we talked about this earlier too. You felt like you were giving more loyalty to the previous job than they deserved.
I'm not saying it's not about let's say what they deserve or not, but like I was giving way more when it comes to it. You should never be loyal, because at the end of the day, when they don't find you, or like let's say they had enough for you on anything, or they have new plans, they will just like replace you with another one. Because I understood that quietly when one of my coworkers passed away. When it happened, you think the manager would say something like, guys, please work everything with each other, be mindful about the other people, be good, because you know one day you're here, the other day you're not. This is was like I expected that speech.
Like something.
Yeah, it's like a human being died. يعني الله يرحمه. بس they were, he was like, okay شباب, who's gonna handle the guy's area. طب يا حبيبي الله يرحمه
Like
شباب.
acknowledge his that.
يا الفاتحة يا شباب, بسم الله. Nothing, nothing, man. You realize, and at this point I realize like you're replaceable at workplaces. It's never your job. You're just occupying this position. It's never yours. So it's like do what you have to. I'm never saying like do less than 100% because you're paying
Yeah.
for it. But don't do more unless you're asked to.
Unless you're appreciated,
Yeah,
not just asked to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because
No,
like
100%.
if you Asad one day like just let's say did something with me, like I showed really appreciation, okay? The other day would do the same because you felt appreciated. That's it. Okay, I know. Like if I gave something to Hussein or whatsoever, he would show me at least appreciation or gratitude. And sometimes that's what all people need.
Yeah, you're
Money.
not necessarily asking in return for more money or a promotion per se,
Yeah.
but at least acknowledgement, at least appreciation.
Is this PG-13 or?
If you want to swear, it's fine.
It's like PG-16, I would say, because there is a saying in Arabic. It's better to have.
Oh my God, Arabic sayings
لا,
are scary,
I
bro.
would say it in English.
Bro, they're scary. They're
Man,
like unnecessarily intense
I promise
sometimes
you,
whenever they're
it's
vulgar.
PG-16, not PG-18. Okay, لا, I don't think. Yeah, okay. Anyways, it's better to have a shitty job and a good manager than having a shitty manager and a good job.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, shit, it's
Yeah.
don't worry,
No,
man.
no, no. Makes a
I'm
lot of
filtered
sense.
today.
Makes a lot of sense. No, I've worked both.
Mm.
I've had both, and I've had like both being bad and both being good too.
Yeah.
So yeah, but there is always sacrifice, and your sacrifice keeps changing based on your privilege.
Mm.
As in, sometimes you're sacrificing literally hours, as in you have to work more at a certain place, or you get paid a little less than you could be, or you're not. Most importantly, and eventually everyone reaches this point, you're not exactly aligned with the direction you want to be going in life.
Yeah.
So there is no such thing as a perfect job,
100%.
essentially,
Nothing in life is perfect.
except you.
Na, 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 na. Please edit this.
No, I won't. Keep that. That's the thumbnail.
Keep it, but with like slow music, slow motion. 100%, man. But I see the problem now with modern work, like things were supposed to be used and people was supposed to be loved. Now it's vice. It's the other way around. People are being used and stuff are being loved. It's like they see, when you have let's say ambition, because most of the time, why people at work like feel down. Maybe it's life problem, or maybe just like they're not meeting their expectations in life. Like they want to do more. They see that as a sign. It's like you're not appreciating your job. No, Habibi, a lot of people want your job. لا حبيبي. What's your plan to motivate your
A lot of people need my job. They don't want it.
yeah,
They're just
but
yeah.
but it's like because I have been always asked why do you want to leave your job? طب the right question should be why do I want to join you? You know, it's always like why did the other person left the job?
Hmm.
Maybe you're just like you weren't providing a good environment. That sounded Irish. Good environment. فيا فلك خلاص انه they see you as an expendable. They don't see you as a human being anymore. I see that at workplace. يعني outside they HR shouldn't be like the one who snitches. When first HR comes to your mind here, it's like the person you should never trust. Don't tell them anything. He's not your friend. He's just like the detective in the American movies. Like, حبيبي خلاص, just tell me. Don't worry. I just want to help you. No, you don't tell them anything. You wait for your
You
lawyer.
wait for the lawyer.
Yes, exactly. That's the first thing you get in your mind when you say HR here. No, HR should be more than that.
I've worked as HR in the past,
I,
and
I, I
I'll
didn't know
tell you
that.
something.
Yeah.
It's simple as this, okay? Uh, I am an employee of the company.
Yeah.
I'm not a friend of the employee
Yeah.
as HR. I'll tell you the flip side of this story. And then whenever people would come to complain about something that's going on or anything that's happening, my goal as a representative of the company, okay, not as a person, uh, is always to help this person enough or make them feel like they're helped enough that the work continues.
Mm.
The downtime is as minimum as possible for anyone. And that's what I did. I never tried to solve the root of the problem. Never had the time for it.
It
And
makes
that was never, what's it called? That was never the job description. That was never rewarded. None of those things.
it makes sense, but you know, it's always their approach. It's like they always show you like I'm your friend. You got a friend in
Yeah,
like if
that's
they were
how.
in WWE, that's the theme song when they enter. You got a friend.
And then they give you a
It's
choke
like
slam.
yeah, exactly. This is their problem, man. Deceiving. So yeah.
What about how you spent your time? I mean, not just this past year, but also before that, you've been stuck on this one specific extracurricular activity related to which you're wearing a shirt too.
So Jujutsu Kaisen, left, right, good night.
Yeah, what is that? What is that stuff? Like, what is the world of anime and comic cons
Yeah.
and pop figures that you're not supposed to open?
Yeah, I do open them, man.
Uh,
It's like
what is that?
I don't know if I like them because you know they are displayed or I'm just like there's something in me. No, don't follow the rules. Do what you want.
Okay, no, but guide me through that. Like,
Yeah.
as someone who barely knows anything, I watched two animes or three animes in my life, and that's about the extent of my knowledge.
Yeah.
I've opened promotional beer at a
Huh?
couple of events, thanks to you,
You
if
still
you
remember?
remember
Okay.
that. But that's it. I've worked as a promoter at a couple of events. Never been to one, never been interested in one, never understood one.
I mean, at the end of the day, I do feel anime is just like movies, but it's like you know, it's a different color. That's it. It's a different vibe. Someone said, you know, what makes the anime special? You see, let's say you have seen the Batman movie for Christopher Nolan. Christian Bale played as Bruce Wayne, but
Hmm.
at the same time, Christian Bale played other roles. So in your mind, Christian Bale is just an actor who's doing roles. But like when it comes to anime, let's say this guy, Yuji Itadori, it will be forever stuck in my mind. This is Yuji Itadori. There will never be like another character that
Looks just like him.
yeah, yeah, خلاص, that's him. His own character, his own personality. You would rarely find it like in different. There, of course, there will always be a genre, the superhero, the one who likes to save everyone, but who saves him at the end of the day. That sounded like a Facebook quote, but what do you call it? So I think that's what make it special. خلاص, Yuji Itadori is Yuji Itadori in this anime. It's not like and you will find him. Oh, he's there. He's there. I think that's what make it special.
Yeah, that that is just what's it called? That is just a byproduct of it being an animation instead of a real person acting it
Yeah.
out. But I'm talking about the subculture,
Mm.
as in why are people so obsessed, and why do Comic Cons exist, and why do the pop figures? Why can't you open the boxes? Please tell me about the boxes.
Okay, I'll tell you about why people are addicted to cocaine. Because it's good. I'm joking. No, don't do drugs, kid. Doing drugs is uncool. Anyways, basically, because like I told you, it's fun to watch. It is like it's packed with emotions, actions, actual good storylines and storytelling. It's anime. I do believe it's still like it's popular now, but I still find it very underrated, man.
And what is what are the events like? What's happening at the events?
Basically, what's happening in the events that you let your nerds out. It's like it's not okay. Let's say I usually go to the events as Bro Thor from the Marvel movies.
Mm.
It's like I can't wear that outside. I would look like a homeless person. But I would like wear it happily there in the
I'm
event.
trying to put a picture of you
Yeah, it's
in
like
that.
لحظة هيك
Yeah.
pause for the picture. Okay. Basically, yeah, لا. And it's like you can let your inner kid out. It's like it's not a place that you will be judged, you know? Because at the end of the day, you can عادي do the nerdy stuff that you do. You go to the Comic Cons, have fun, wear the cosplay of the character that you like, go around, meet your friends and stuff. It's just like let's say it's the qahwa for the regular the cafe shop. It's like you go there with all your nerdiness to that coffee shop basically in the Comic Con. That's it. It's just like a one big large meeting for the nerdy people.
And you're just hanging out talking about
Yeah.
things you love.
I mean, I don't know if you remember school, but I used to because I was like nerdy from back then. I used to be bullied for being a person who watches anime. It's like طالع anime. عرفت شلون؟
Yeah, but now
لا
it's a
لا
cool
I'm not.
thing. Now no one's bullying anyone
Yeah,
for that.
exactly. Thanks to Corona, because people, I'm telling you, people just hate the things they don't know, not because they hate it because it's like they don't like it. Because what's anime? No, 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 I don't want to watch anime. But in Corona, we don't. We had a lot of time. What are we gonna do? Okay, let's check out anime. They actually liked it.
A lot of people got into it.
Yeah, exactly. This is why it's like people just were hating and they weren't seeing because they were seeing the idea in the back in their mind. If it's cartoon,
It's
if
compared to cartoons.
it's anime, then it's cartoonish, then it's for kids. لا حبيبي. You have
Yeah,
seen Attack on Titan.
I would
It's
not
not
let
for
kids
kids.
watch that. No.
Yeah. See بابا شوف he's being eaten alive عادي bro. أكيد. I think this is the general idea and about anime. It's like people just like relating to it to a kiddish stuff, so that's why they were rejecting it. And just like you're just having fun, and it's like you're not harming anyone or anything, or basically that's it. So what other activities in the conventions? They sometimes there's like a catwalk, but for cosplay.
Mm,
You see,
like showing off their
yeah,
costumes.
show your posture and your walk and be sassy. What else? There are like video game competitions, and there were like a lot of merchandise but sold by the shops over there. Basically,
And like sometimes famous person would like like
yeah,
a voice actor
and you have
or
to sell your kidney to just like sign. That's another problem, to be honest.
what's the problem?
The prices of the signature. You see, I do understand. See, it's important to bring a celebrity to the convention. It's everywhere.
Wait, just to be clear, I have no context, so you can't like skip explanations.
Okay.
Get a signature. Whose signature?
Ah,
What do you? What's
the voice
happening?
actor. We're talking about the voice actor.
Okay.
We didn't go away. Okay. You see, it's like it's the anchor being of the event. That's a Marvel reference. Sorry, bro. It's like the magnet.
Okay.
If you got yourself a good voice actor, it would bring a lot of people.
Hmm.
But still, that's not my problem for you to price it very high. So the last time when they brought someone is the voice actor of a character called Kakashi Hatake from Naruto.
Hmm.
The signing costed 90 KD, man.
What does the signing mean? It's like a meet and greet. You
Meet,
chill with
yeah,
the
meet.
guy.
لا, you don't chill with him. He's not okay. We said it's like a coffee, قهوة, but you don't actually sit with the voice actor.
No, I mean it's like meet and greet.
It's like you go, you stay. Okay, I'll give you the full experience since you told me don't, have
Yeah,
any
please.
context.
Because you know what I'm imagining in my head.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that like regular line at a concert.
Yeah, it is a line. Okay, then there is a small booth. You go there, you say, Ohio, anything, arigato, whatever you know in Japanese. He will just laugh at you when you leave because you're not saying proper Japanese. Okay. You just like give him your piece to sign it. Okay, arigato, then you leave. That's it. It's like a 1 minute, 2 minutes experience. But
That
like
doesn't even sound like a minute.
uh, because for him to sign, because you have to talk with the translator. I was like, it's just like the movies, man. It's like the Japanese are actually Japanese in real life. It's like, and the like till now, every encounter with the Japanese people, man, and you feel them like they're so polite and they're so nice to me. Like you want to meet Japanese people. So it's like when you talk with the translator, I want that. Okay, okay, okay. And like I feel most of the time people tell them wrong stuff in Japanese. It's like خلاص, they just smile because like خلاص, I know you want
They
to
want
pay
to be
me.
respectful, and they know
Oh.
that that's a fan who's
Yeah,
paying them a lot of money.
yeah, a lot of money.
90 KD
Yeah, man.
for 45 seconds of not being understood.
That's a weird way
And
to
what are
phrase
you
it.
what are you taking inside? Like a T-shirt or merch?
Most of them are like Funko Pops. They sign them on the screen, the plastic screen. They sign on it. ليه
See,
ليه
this is what I don't understand. What is Funko Pops? Like, is that a separate entity?
I
Is
will
that
we will go to that. Let's with the voice
yeah,
actors.
okay.
Okay, I'll tell you from A to Z.
Bro, this podcast is just an excuse to just learn about things I have no idea about
Yeah,
and just be stupid in the process. Yeah. So please continue.
you're learning, صح?
Yes.
Then okay, maybe I don't want to say it.
Yes, hold your tongue.
Yeah.
Please continue. That was probably not gonna be fun.
اوكي فهلا شوف اتس like صح it's a 45 seconds okay بس انه you hold the memory that you met your favorite character but like I told you in your mind it's forever when you sign it it's forever will be Kakashi Kakashi signed for me you know this is how it's processed in our minds and it's a good memory from your favorite show like some people who have a lot of money they sign from everyone but I think it's more special when you just sign for your the characters that you like the most because when you have one signed piece it's special like let's say you have 500 other different pieces but like you have one signed piece from your favorite character it's special but like when you have a whole collection of signed it's just like a different collection and that's it and it doesn't make it special. Imagine if I know 10 assets, you're just group of assets, you know. Not when you know one asset. Man, literally your name on my mobile asset, that's it, because there is no other asset. And if there is other asset, it will be asset 2, asset 3, asset 4.
I know like three AJs and your name is still AJ.
حبيبي يا bro.
Because yani, I'm just fearing the day all three of you put the same picture.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm good.
Now let's go to the Funko Pops.
Yes.
Basically, Funko Pops, they call it action figures, but I don't know why they are labeled as collectibles. This is where it comes to the point where they keep them reversed. Okay. Basically, action figures, they're supposed to be let out of the boxes, displayed. But because they are called collectibles, it's just like something that holds value with time. That's why they keep it in the box, so it keeps maintaining its condition, which is there are three different categories. Mint, which is mint means it's like in a perfect condition. There's no like one scratch on it.
On the box or
Yeah,
the
yes, both. And then there's a near mint condition, which is like
Like you open it once.
it is almost mint. No, even if you opened it and like keep the box in a perfect shape, it's still considered mint because it's open from the company at the end of the day. But just like you have to be careful. And then there's a damage box. Of course, it's like the one that hit
Felt.
rock bottom. There's no save for it. خلاص. It loses value a lot.
So there's no seal on it.
No, there's
It's
no seal.
you can have a box, you can open it and close it, and no one's
Yes,
gonna know better.
exactly, 100%. Because they have to open the box to put the figure in it.
And then they don't put like a sticker
No,
or something on it.
Some of them, like they come like wrapped. It's like, let's say, special edition box. It comes wrapped.
So
This
you
one,
can't even see inside the box.
yeah, you can't see inside the box.
So that if you remove the wrap loses value.
Yes, it loses value. This
See,
is,
this makes no sense to me. This makes about the same sense as what's it called? Those things they were selling online on the blockchain. What's that called?
what? Crypto?
No, not crypto. The other things where they would have a picture of a dog.
NFTs?
NFTs.
Yeah,
This makes the same. You can't even see it.
NFT is a
So
scam, man. We already know that.
for the most part, there is some value in the technology, fine. But like selling and buying NFTs is the same. The box is wrapped. You can't even see inside.
So,
But if you open it, it loses value.
see, that's why I open the boxes.
So, so you agree with the stupidity
Yeah,
here.
look,
You see the stupidity here, other.
as long it's came from the company openable, right? You can open it and close it. As long as you keep it in a good condition, it is still mint. But people like, no, don't open it, just drop it, don't come close to it. This is like you start to feel they're not actually collecting to enjoy them. They're just like, I'm having a, that's where they come the term with like action figures and collectibles. I'm just having a valuable collectibles. That's it. Look at my collection of expensive stuff. لا حبيبي, open them, enjoy them. But it comes to the time, why did you start collecting?
And how do you collect? Based on what? As in the animes you watch, you
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
characters and
exactly.
get those.
And sometimes
Makes all
like
the sense.
I just like have let's say I just want to collect dragons from different shows and anime, even if I don't watch them. That's it.
Hmm.
But basically, yes, you collect what you like.
And how are you? What's it called? How are they made? What is this company, Funko Pop? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's a company based in America. It's $1 billion company, so it's like a huge company. They, let's say, they penetrated the market in Corona days. Like back in the day, they weren't producing as much. عادي, but since the Corona days, it broke out for them.
And they of course have contracts with every single anime
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
studio
yeah. So
and
it's
whatnot.
it's
They have the rights.
it's an official merchandise. It's not
Yeah.
like even sometimes like we're waiting for new drops for like the show and video games. We wanna we wanna have the new merchandise, but they don't release it because they are having contract issues.
Mm.
So it's like it's legit.
And it's always limited drops.
Not unfortunately lately they're just dropping. It's like let's say they're supposed to drop 5,000. For some reason, they're dropping 10,000 and like different weird stuff. It's like they're not focusing on one thing. That's it. They're just spreading. Like now you're finding Funko Pops everywhere, and they are always on sale. I don't know
Hmm.
if you noticed. Like even what do you call it? The guy,
My Bakala has them.
everyone. The Payless, even not Payless. Payless closed here. Rest in peace, Payless. I used to like that shop. You know, have you ever been to Payless?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the shoe place, right?
yeah, they closed down, unfortunately.
Oh, that's odd.
I think now the shoes that I have are rare because the shop closed.
No, there's brands for less
Yeah,
still.
this is what I'm looking for. Brand for less. They were selling Funko Pops, man. You see, this is the problem with the company. Now they're just mass production,
Yeah.
and they're like terminating a lot of Funko Pops each year, like a lot. عادي, it comes in 10,000 pieces and 20,000.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So how does it work exactly? The ones that you have,
Mm.
they are more valuable and cost more based on how old they are,
Yeah,
masalan, or how, of course, the condition matters.
of course. Uh, you see, you told me about the number of pieces. Each year, there are official conventions in USA. Each convention, they drop certain pops. Okay, let's say this piece, there is gonna be only like 3,000. They have two stickers, which is stupid. I'll come to it now. They have the retail sticker, which is like sold outside the convention, but it has the convention name. But they have another sticker, same pop, same everything, same barcode, same serial number, but with a different sticker. But it's just said, this is like the convention sticker, only sold inside of the convention.
But the figure itself is the same.
Everything is the same.
Okay.
It's sold for more. It's like, imagine you're just paying more for a sticker. That's when I told you people not actually having action figure, just collectibles. Oh, I have the more expensive version, man. You just have a different one with another sticker.
So they're doing what people have done throughout the years, but they're trying to maximize it. As in,
Yes.
oh, it's cool that one time there was a concert in Stockholm. That's the only place this band sold these shirts.
Yeah.
And then never again and never before.
But it's being sold outside, but like with a different tag.
And also at a much greater scale.
Yeah.
So they're kind of fabricating the uniqueness. Let's say.
Exactly. Like, put another barcode on it, because we have an application to scan the pops and to add them to your collection, just like a cloud museum. Uh, Change the pop inside. Do something different. Like, so I feel not the sticker. It's like, man, you're having a Toyota Camry, but there is another Toyota Camry is expensive because it has a Lexus logo on it. It's the same beep car. I curse, but
No, you can say fucking. It's fine.
okay. It's like this is the same fucking car. ف you see, it's
Watch
stupid,
me
right?
get monetized like 3 months later just because of that.
Man, والله يعني, you see how stupid it is? That's why أنا personally I don't care about the stickers. I just care about the pop. People care about the stickers as well, because you see, there's another thing. Sometimes you see there is a stickers on the box. The one sold in America. I was about to say America.
Say
Oh,
America.
أمريكا. لا I was like, أمريكا. Oh يا زلمة.
It's fine. America is fine. Yeah.
I know. They have like different stickers. Why? Because they are sold exclusively.
I'm sorry. It's so funny you're wearing a Yankees cap.
You never asked me why am I wearing a cap.
Are you balding?
Let's not talk about that. But
You're balding. Holy shit.
لا,
Okay,
but
now I see the thing. Like
mean,
it's in the middle and the
yeah,
left.
yeah. That's not the point.
It's
Okay,
like-
because
Yeah.
so I look like a broadcast bro. Like when they go on the broadcast, they belong to the kitchen. I'm just joking, but that's what they say, the red pill guys. Anyways, and because their hair is receding. I mean, that's life, man.
Yeah, that's life on testosterone
See,
replacement.
it's not that bad.
That's life on TRT. Yeah.
It's not that bad, but like because I had a shower before I came.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah,
Keep it to the back so your face doesn't have a shadow.
Yeah. But inshallah, there's a project, Turkey 2026. Just I'm collecting the boys so we can go to Turkey and have a hair transplant.
All of you together. Who else? Munir again.
For some, okay, for context, Munir is our friend who used to have great hair, but like he lost it. You can see it. You can actually start planting stuff in his head. It's like carrot and stuff, because he's getting that bald. No, I'm fine with it. Then every time you see him, he's like, look in the mirror and adjusting his hair. I thought you were fine with it.
You think he's taking some of that juice for the gym?
No, bro.
Maybe that's why.
No, it's just like
Getting
genetics. Yeah, it's genetics.
some extra help.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
Anyhow,
What
let's
else?
come back where we're sliding off. Yes. So you collect them based on the figure itself. Some
Mm,
people care too much about the stupid details.
mm,
And then you were telling me about the application that you have,
mm.
where it's like a virtual museum.
Yeah, it's like you can share your collection with someone to see them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
that's it
what were
basically.
you saying? You were
I,
talking about
I was
something.
talking about the stickers, like I told you. So it's just like the value now it's in the stickers. And what's the difference between the stickers that we see here? There is a special edition, then there's the exclusive. Special edition, basically, they all look the same. The one that like they are sold outside of the US. It's like general distribution. Everyone can get from them. But like in US, there's something called exclusive. This is like only sold by Hot Topic. So it has a Hot Topic sticker on it. This one is only sold by GameStop. So it has a GameStop sticker on it.
Hmm.
So people's like, oh my God, this is exclusive from US. Look, different stickers. It's the same pop. Literally, do you know what they do? They remove the sticker, stick it on the pop, then they ship it. That's it. They don't do anything else. Does it look better? Yeah, the exclusive sticker looks better. But is it worth it to pay like extra 5 KD for a sticker? Come on, man.
And wait, how much do they cost? Because I know they used to cost more than they do right now.
You see, the retail price for a regular pop, it's 6.5. It's like the 4 inches one.
Okay.
Then there's the exclusive. It's for 7.5 KD, the 4 inches. Then there comes the different pops, the 6 inches, they're 12 KD. So it varies from the size and like if it's exclusive, the sticker, it like increases from 2 KD to 3 KD. It differs from the
And are
size.
there some like insanely expensive ones?
Yes.
What
See
are
the
those?
sticker cones I told you about? Like let's talk about the one that just released, not the old ones. You asked me about what holds the value in Funko Pops. Uh, the convention, because usually they're like around 3,000 pieces. So it's like you buy them for retail price, which is $15. As soon as they like خلاص, you find them on eBay for like the minimum triple the price, and sometimes they reach $300 for the $15 piece.
Hmm.
Because from the scarcity, because there is not a lot of it, and خلاص, they don't release after it. So it's literally only 3,000 pieces from today. That's it.
And what's it called? Were you gonna say something?
No, no,
Uh,
I was, but he didn't let me. Ah,
fi- no, it's fine. Go ahead.
no, no, no. You told me you can't speak at the same time
Yeah,
with the
that's why
mic,
I'm letting you speak.
like a kid.
Yes, a kid.
Okay,
Go
thank
ahead. Please continue.
you. So basically, there are other pieces. It's like hold value because it's old. Let's say it was released in 2015, and they didn't release any more molds of it, different or anything. That's it. This is what's in the market. So it's hold a lot of value, which is called a grail piece, basically because it's old and there's not in the market a lot of the market. What drops the price when they? That's one of their stupid strategies. They drop a new, it's the same pop, the same look, but like a different shape. They drop it again. So it's like some of the collectors, it's like خلاص, they don't find any value in buying old stuff because they know the company will release. And it's like, let's say the Camry. I keep mentioning the Camry. The Camry, let's say 1999. Imagine now it's holding like, let's say it's sold for 3,000 KD because it's rare. Toyota drops something that looks like it, exactly like it, but like now with a
With like a touch screen.
yeah, with a touch screen. It will drop to 200 KD. خلاص, people will buy the new one, and the new one would be cheaper. This is the point. It's like 3,000 KD, but they will drop it for 1,000 KD.
Mm.
Okay, it will be a
Well,
difference.
your pricing is horrible, absolutely.
ليه يا bro?
But
Let the people
ain't
drive,
no
man.
$1,000 KD cars
لا لا,
anymore.
used Kia Soul. Fuck Kia Soul. Man, I don't know.
Listen,
شو
listen. Here's the thing. I need to know this, and I need you to send me a picture of that one too.
Kia Soul.
No, not Kia Soul.
Okay.
What's the most expensive one that you have, and how
As a
much was it?
piece or like as because I don't believe I have like very expensive pieces. I just because I focus on having as much as possible from the, let's say, the enemy, not just focus on buying just one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think my most expensive piece is from One Piece. No pun intended.
Nice.
Because it's signed. It's signed by two actors.
Oh wait, getting it signed, you can sell it for more?
Yes.
How much more?
يعني
Give me a number.
okay.
Someone comes
I'll
up to
give you numbers,
you.
but let's just hope my mom doesn't see this. Okay, because I always kill the
It's okay.
ads.
We're not that interesting.
No,
We're already, wait, let me see how deep we are.
how deep is your love?
We're already 41 minutes.
Yeah,
Even
okay.
if your mom was watching, she's
I
not
mean,
anymore.
someone crop it and just like, ما شوف يا معالي شوف ابنك قد بيدفع. Hey man,
Yeah.
uh, the piece costed me 45 KD because it's a big one. Because like I didn't, some of them, some pieces called moments. It's like you see like an interesting moment happened in an anime or a movie. They just like make it as a piece.
Okay, is there a way for me to look it up?
Yes.
Find
Like let's
this.
say
What do I
let's
type in?
say for example, we'll give an
No, I
example
want
from
to see the one you have.
okay. Luffy,
Okay. Luffy. That's
Luffy,
how you type it?
Luff
Okay. Luff.
Y.
Wow.
Okay. Uh, what?
Funk Pop.
Funko Pop. شو اسمه what called Sunny.
Funko Pop.
Sunny.
Sunny.
Best, that's it.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's basically, see, it's not just like the foreign the ship. This is one called the Going Merry. It's just like a different ship, but this is the one I'm talking about.
This?
Yes. It's like around this size.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like the dude is on a ship.
On a ship.
Right, and has a big
They
head.
they call it Funko Rides.
Okay, and it's on UAVME,
Mm.
whatever that is. Uh, Australia's leading drone specialist? What the hell?
Australia.
What is this website I'm
Man,
on?
get out, man.
It's like $170
But I
Australian
think
dollars.
Australian dollars. Yeah.
So about what you paid for it.
So basically, yeah. Then there are like the two signed character, 50 KD each. So yeah, it's like around 150. Then you add like
Wait, the signature's value is 50 KD?
yes. No, the cost. I'm telling you about the cost.
Mm.
The 50
Okay,
KD.
so how much would it sell for if
It,
someone came up to you and buy it?
you have to like see how much there are in the market, and of course the condition of the box, because these kind of boxes, it's like hard to find the mint. It's like
Hmm.
nearly impossible, but there will be small cracks, which is okay. I think it would go around 200 KD to 250. But like if there's not a lot of it, it could reach 300 KD.
Huh. Interesting.
Because I don't believe a lot of people signed it. Because you see, here like Kuwait, they are special in convention with bringing Japanese voice actors. Man, a Japanese voice actor signing used to cost around 1000 KD and even more because they were like, it's really rare to have a Japanese actor leaving Japan. But I do believe just one left when he left Japan, went to any country. He saw, oh, we're receiving money. Then he told his coworkers, oh, there is money outside. And they're just like started to leave Japan.
Mm.
The prices dropped for the Japanese voice actors, but they're still expensive. I'm telling you, I saw a piece sold for 1,500 KD from One Piece as well. I'm not just puns.
And what was that?
It's just it's a character. He's basically Luffy's brother. But like I told you, it was really rare to have a signed piece. by Japanese voice
like
actor.
back then.
Yes, I think that was like the only one of three pieces. That's it.
And you're carrying this whole box to the convention
Yes.
and making sure it doesn't get damaged.
Yeah. But that's why we have something called protectors, man. لا, not the protectors in your mind.
What
لا,
is
it's
that?
actual protector. It's just like some of them come from thin plastic, just like you fit it inside, and some of them like actually hard plastic.
So it's just like a box that you
Yeah,
put this box in.
you insert it. Yes, it's a box in a box in a box.
This is so strange to me. That is the price of a kilo of silver.
Wallah.
Yeah, a kilo of silver is like 310 kd or something.
But like, if you're looking at it as an investment, it's a good stuff. Like to buy then sell these kind of signatures. But right now, everyone's thinking the same. Oh, let me sign from the Japanese actor and sell. So basically,
And who's
high supply and low
authenticating
demand.
that?
Sorry.
Who's authenticating that? How do they know it's not my signature? And
طب بتصدق that's a really good question. There's different companies. The most famous one's called GSA. They authenticate the pubs.
obviously the authenticated ones go higher in value.
Of course, because I mean, you wouldn't pay like let's say around 200 KD for a piece, and you're not sure if it's like the authentic signature. So it's like a good proof when you want to sell it. But till now, I have only two signed pieces. I didn't authenticate them. عادي. Because
Because
I'm
you're
not.
not really planning on selling.
Yeah, that's it. Because like I told you, it's my own collection of action figures, man. It's like I think I would think about selling my knee before selling my not knee, kidney, before selling my
So
collection.
that's the order: kidney, collection, and then knee.
Kidney, car, then my
You would sell your kidney before you sell your car?
yeah, man. I love my car.
It's a six-cylinder though.
It's okay, bro. It's still more than enough.
It's
Because when you were a kid, did you dream about having a kidney? It was just there.
fair enough.
That's when you were a kid, you wanted to have a car. It's like I just got my car. Why would I sell it? خد, take my kidney. No, don't take it seriously. Man, I would
Bro,
make
this
myself
is
a
yeah.
target.
I regret telling you about this camera. Anywho,
Because I just watched Deadpool. Basically, Deadpool talks with the camera. You know that this is
yeah,
the term
breaking
of
the fourth
the fourth
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
So it's like this is when you have a personality after leaving a movie. Because I watched it twice, so now the duration is for 2 weeks instead of 1 week.
Oh yeah, that's like leaving the Fast and Furious movie and driving like an idiot.
Yes.
Nice. What was the next thing I wanted to ask? Yeah, on that,
Mm.
it's kind of just uh, putting a fear in your mind and us seeing how
Mm.
you react. Right now, to your collection, there's a whole room dedicated to it,
Yes.
right? There's nothing in it except your
The
collection.
my PC and my bed. Imagine sleeping and there's like 800 piece watching you.
You have 800 pieces?
Yes. Man, don't
And
say
you've
it.
collected them over how long? I'm not
Man,
judging you. I'm
لا,
just
it sounds like you're
surprised.
judging, man. You sound like
I'm not
judging. Okay,
judging
I
you.
thought this is like a judge-free. Man,
No, you thought wrong. We're too close and too comfortable not to do that. See, here's the thing. I am fully convinced that you're among the most normal collectors that I can think of. I mean, I haven't met anyone else, but
Mm.
if I didn't know you otherwise, and if I only knew that part, I would assume that you're a very weird person. I'm 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 still on that
yeah,
fence.
okay.
Okay, I'm not in yet. So you're good. In that sense, you're good. I'm not judging you whatsoever. This is probably the worst way to tell you that,
Okay.
but yeah, you're good. 800 figures.
Mm.
How long does that take?
I started before Corona. Man, it's just
It's been 5 years.
you know what's the yeah, man. Time passes.
5 years is not a lot. I thought you'd say a lot more.
Yeah, but see, this is different. This is a different story. Okay, we'll come to it. Man, it all started with my friend who was like, Habibi, come with me. I want to buy a gift for my friend. It's like, yalla. I didn't have anything to do. Just like I told you, work then sleep.
Mm.
Oh my. Then, man, I went there. So I was looking at stuff. Uh, man, that's an actually really nice figure. I wanna buy it. It was like only for 7.5 KDs. But what's Funko Pop? They look nice. They were like supposedly affordable and small. You don't have space issue. So get it.
No
Just one
space
piece.
issue.
What wrong with would happen, man? It's only one cigarette. What wrong with would happen?
Literally.
Yeah, man. Whoa.
And this
Bro.
was what, 2019?
When was Endgame released?
I think earlier.
Wait, let me check because it was a Captain America figure, the one where he was holding a hammer. And Endgame release.
And they have partnerships with Marvel and DC?
And even you know what they call pops because their head is popping. Basically, only Disney pops, Funko figures, like pop their heads. The other one, no. So it's like exclusive only for Disney pops.
Huh.
Yes. It's not, man, your coverage here.
Well, I can look it up on the laptop. The
Please.
Wi-Fi works better.
شو حلو حبيبي شو حلو.
When was Endgame
Game release.
released? Oh yeah, 2019.
Yeah, so
26th of
basically it
April.
was during that time.
So end of 2019, about the beginning
It's
of
yeah.
COVID. Okay.
So I got the pop now, and it's just popped. This is what
And
come.
then would you ever get more than one at a time? Like when you went to conventions, probably you got more than one, right?
One pop from the same character or like
No,
just
as in at one given time when you're buying a pop,
yeah.
are you only buying one figure at a time?
I'm
I would
buying.
assume.
Allah. I wish.
Actually?
Yeah, man. Sometimes there are like months where like I would add 50 to my collection. But you see, لا لا ها. You're just.
50 in
I
a
said you're.
month, that's more than one per day. No,
Yeah.
it's just really interesting because the way you talk about it,
Mm.
you care about every single one.
I do, man.
Okay, and you care about how would you describe it? Like the importance it holds, or the anime that you watched it in, or the movie.
The character itself.
Yeah, it means something to you. So I would imagine that you think of one character at a time, and once you have that pop, then you're thinking of the next one.
Yeah, exactly. But like there come a time, like I told you, used to buy a lot, and I had a visa in my hand. This is like when the great Khazoo came. I realized I shouldn't have any visa in my hand because like, this one looks nice. But
Who's Kazoo?
the visa.
The Great Kazoo?
Yeah, the Khazoo. You know
What's
what's
Kazoo?
Khazoo?
No.
I
What's
think they know.
Kazoo? What's Kazoo?
Khazoo, it's like you're walking. Let's say you're having a great day, man. Perfect day. You woke up with the 8 hours of sleep.
Ah, the fucking.
Yes, you had you have it. You were having a good day. خلص الwork. Everyone was nice to you. There were not a lot of work. Then when you were going back home to eat your favorite dish, the car broke down in the middle of the sixth ring road. This is a khazoo. طب why? It was a great day. So basically, khazoo, the one that breaks the pattern. It's like
Yeah,
the
that's where it went downhill.
yeah,
You got a visa in your hand.
yeah, man.
Okay.
It was the worst and the best financial experience I ever had. لأنه خلاص I realized إنه لا, you just spend from the money that you have, and you have to like put a small amount. It's just not like you can't buy everything, Hussein. Your dad doesn't have a bank in Switzerland. ف relax. That's when like خلاص and I just get smaller stuff, عرفت? Not like in a large quantity. And I reached a point, man, I don't have space to buy more pops. So I have to be selective. And at the same time, خلاص, I got what I want because you see, when I went to the market, there were like a lot of stuff dropped. So that's why I was buying left and right. Good night. Anyways, from the shirt. I'm quoting the shirt.
Left, right, good
Good
night.
night, yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you the story about this as well. So basically, man, then I realized إنه خلاص, no, I got what I want. I just like buy from the stuff that's newly dropped, the one I want, and that's it. So it's now like it's a normal habit. Because let's say I spend around 40 KD in a month on pops, for an example.
Hmm.
Sometimes less, sometimes more, like a bit more. But at the same time, like I'm looking at it in a financial way. I don't like to eat outside. I actually like to cook at home. عرفت? I even
Hmm.
like to drink my coffee at home. I don't like the coffee sold outside. If you think about it, most of the people like each day they eat outside and drink coffee. So
Yeah, in terms of expenses, 40 a month is not a lot.
so basically they might just like paying 100 KD on just stuff that you can do at home. That's it. Because I don't feel like cooking at home.
And the value retention, does it go across the board? So any pop that you bought for 6.5 is still 6.5 at least?
Some of them goes more, some of them like
Drops down to how
to
much?
3 KD, 4 KD,
Ah,
which
okay.
was just fine.
See, the other day I told you, right? I went to
Yeah,
a place where there
you
was a
see
garage
why?
sale. It was 2.5 KD
Yeah.
across.
This is what happened because, like, you see, just like stocks, let's say your stock are worth around $1 million, okay? But when you come to sell them all at once, people know that
You're
like
gonna flood the market.
you're panic selling first. You would sell them for less, or like, or the value will drop.
Mm.
That's why, like they say, like just like Elon Musk is worth around 200
Billion.
billion dollars, but he's
But
not
he
actually worth
can't
that much.
have $200 billion in cash, yeah.
Yeah, but like when he wanna sell his stocks in Tesla, he's not gonna have that much. It will
Yeah.
drop. So just they hold value as long as they are in your house, but as soon as you wanna sell them, especially in mass, you will have to drop the prices. Because like let's say for an example, there was a piece, I bought it for 8.5. I sold it for 40 KD. You see, but if I sold it in a previous time, so like say with other collections, it wouldn't have got me that much. You have to be selective when you want to sell. When there's, and basically sell when the demand is high, basically.
Are you selling your pieces often?
Some of pieces, like at the end of the day, I look at it in a business way. If I see a piece rising in prices, why would I keep it? I sell it because I know 100% the prices will drop again. Let's say like this piece. Now I sold it for 40 KD because it has a different sticker. The stupid thing we talked about. Because people wanted the sticker that was sold here. It was sold exclusively for Geek K, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's why it held so much value. But I know in time it will drop, and I just get another sticker, and that's it. You see, yeah, like I'll buy it for
So, where are you seeing the prices increase or drop? Like, what is that
uh,
marketplace?
most of them. Like I told you, it's on demand. Like, يعني here the price it was for 40 KD. But like if you checked on eBay, it would be much less because there was the Japanese voice actor coming here. That's why it like
Oh,
risen in
people wanted
price.
to have that piece
Yeah,
before he came,
but
so they can
exactly.
go get it signed.
Yeah, that's why. And most of the time, your meter is eBay to know what's the price because most of the
And then
people,
how are you finding these customers?
usually on my Instagram account, the one is like specialized in pop culture, not only pops, and even on WhatsApp groups. You think WhatsApp is only for send your CV kind of groups? لا بل. So
Uh,
this is how
Lebanese male attractive.
is required, not more than age of 30. Immediate
Expe-
joiner.
Media joining experience 15 years.
Yes, 15 years.
They
For
should not be more than 30.
for entry level jobs. And you'll find at the end it's just a call center job. The fuck, man.
180 plus commission.
Yeah, this is weird, by the way. And like in my interviews process, Man, what happened to the salaries, man? I thought there is inflation going around.
No, 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 no.
But
The salaries that you get with Al Wasta are absolutely
man,
ass.
there was a deflation. You see, I was without naming the company. Anyways,
Stop. Stop.
uh, man, it was a trade marketing executive in a well representative company. Okay,
Established.
well established. Thank you. Uh, okay, didn't everything and you see, this department works the most in the company. Hello, I don't mind working, Habibi. Just tell me thank you. I'm like the cheap kind of slave. Just tell me thank you. Oh, you thank me? I'll just continue working. Uh, it's just like, oh, pizza party. Oh, I would happily stay for 4 more hours. The pizza man. ف we work when we have extra دي. Okay, okay, حلو 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 تمام, okay. And sometimes we leave the company at 9 a.m. That's perfect. But keep in mind, even if you left at 9 p.m., don't come the next day and come at 9 a.m. Our job starts at 8:30. So I was expecting you to work more, but God forbids you were late for 30 minutes. Habibi, you signed the contract with your soul.
Literally.
Yeah, man, I
You
was fine.
stop doing everything else in your life. Some people expect you to
I
do
was
that.
fine with it, no problem, يعني, at the end of the day. بس then I was checking with my inside guy. It's like, هلا حبيبي شو صار؟ Okay, okay, تمام. But the salary will be around 400 KD. It's like, شو? You're expecting me to be a slave, which is fine, by the way. We're not judging
Which
anyone.
is, yeah,
Yeah, okay, we're not judging anyone.
acceptable.
But
Understandable.
but don't tell me 400 KD, especially for a job that requires experience. He was asking for experience and a marketing certificate. It's like, Habibi, I paid more. At least respect the
Oh
7,000,
my
8,000
God.
KD I paid for my certificate. This is not an ad for Arab Open University. Good prices with good education, but
Two
don't expect to
two
get.
podcasts in a row from Arab Open.
Yeah, don't expect anything from the
Don't.
certificate. لا
Zip.
لا لا لا. See,
I
see,
want
see.
to have
Okay.
other professors on soon.
لا لا لا. See, man, if you ask me about like the best part of my life, well, it was in uni days. The experience overall in itself was amazing. But we have a problem. We are not a community. You see, in AUM, most of the students, AUM alumni or aluminium, I don't know what the fuck is that.
Alumni.
That man.
Aluminium.
You find them,
Aluminum.
like it's just like a community. They actually work around each other. But for us, it's like you graduated, congratulations. خلاص, that's it. طب
Yeah,
why
there's
don't
no alumni.
why we don't have aluminum?
We don't have aluminum. Yeah.
You see, يعني I graduated in 2018. Just this year, I got invited to a graduation ceremony or whatever. I don't know if
It
I don't know
wasn't
if
a
you know.
graduation ceremony. It was
Man,
like
I don't
a
know what's the
dinner
term of it. Yeah, it's a dinner.
thing. I
طب
don't know what it was.
why after 5 years? Wallahi, and I talked with Mr. Farran. I would happily if like they called me and transcript my experience in uni and after uni or whatsoever to like go in the uni and talk about it for the whatever the newcomers or newly graduated. Wallahi, I would be happily to do that. And I'm not
I
asking for a pizza. It's
exactly.
just
I told him, and I'm sure several others have too, because uh, he brought it up as well. Where let us take on mentorships, as in let us be mentors to all these young graduates, or
exactly.
like the people that didn't even graduate yet. Let us come one Saturday every couple of months and just have a chat with them
Yani,
and see their concerns, tell them what we think. Like if you have five of us come back in who all chose different paths, that would be so helpful for them, and I would be
100%.
really happy to be a part of that.
Uh, man, like I told him as well, no, just don't bring people who had a good experience after work, even the bad ones. And I personally, because I have expectations in my mind, I call my, like the part of life after uni as a bad experience, career-wise. Alhamdulillah, yani everything, everything is going well, but you want to achieve,
You want more.
yeah. not because I'm not just talking about the materialistic stuff. Like I'm talking, I want to achieve more. ف because I'll give you an example. This is before graduation. I used to work, man, as a merchandiser when I worked. What is a merchandiser? Basically, you see that the guy who's like fills the shelves with the items and products. I used to work like that
Hmm.
when I started. Even like people, like, شو اسمه, I don't know what they say that in English, بس in Arabic. كل الجنسيات خير وبركة. But they kept saying إنه oof, how come you are Lebanese? You're working in this labor. It was literally a labor job. I said I didn't care. I want to get money
Like it's halal
to,
money.
yeah, شو اسمه, to support my family and continue my education. So what's the point? No, it was a good job for 2 years, but I spent there like around 4 years, man. شو اسمه, someone should have told me, تعال, what are you doing?
That's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Okay, اشتغلت سنة حلو, you want to halal money. Okay, do something better. So that guidance,
Like
and
look up. Yeah.
and unfortunately, in our houses, you get the same thing always, like say Alhamdulillah, you have a job. يا عمي, Alhamdulillah, of course. But كمان,
Yeah.
God tells you to do more. God tells you to يعني, want to achieve more.
Dude, I'll tell you how bad it can get and how intense it can get. My dad starts working at a garage when he's 14 years old. Works without pay for 3 months.
Okay.
Fast forward, I don't know, 25, 30 years, owns the garage and another one
ما شاء
from
الله.
the same guy. Never looked for another job, never did anything different, okay? But is mashallah a success story. My brother joins a company of 3 people right after graduating, okay? The only other experience he has is an internship in Honda or something.
Okay.
Okay, so before we got interrupted, I was telling you about my brother.
Huh.
I already told you about my dad, how he's been in the same place until he retired, essentially. And then my brother also joins a company, stays in the same company for 14, 16 years, however long it's been by now,
Here in Kuwait or outside?
here in Kuwait. And looking at those 2 examples that I had in terms of career advisory or any of that, it's like that's all I had to follow. That's all I had to look up to. Like you just said, there was no one coming up to me and saying that, hey, maybe you shouldn't be doing this for such a long time.
صح.
But alhamdulillah, me uh, being in that situation where I had responsibilities in terms of paying for my uni, but other than that, not much. Like I wasn't really giving any money at home in the beginning, at least. They were good. So because of that, I had the luxury and the privilege to see me getting disrespected like the slightest amount and being like, you know what, fine, bye. I'm not gonna stay here anymore. And even though my reason wasn't the best, the result that gave was I was always switching into a better place. I was always switching into a place that was more aligned with my goals, let's say, just out of luck, as
Alhamdulillah.
most things have happened in my life, alhamdulillah, just out of luck, not because I had the wisdom, not because I had the clear sense. And that I see lacking in so many of my own friends too, where I try to be that person for my friends, where I go to them and say that, hey, whatever is going on with your job is something that you shouldn't put up with. It's something that you can change. It's something that you can fix by simply switching to a better place, if not raising your voice. It's
100%.
difficult to have confrontations. It's damn near impossible for most people to go up to a person than someone higher than you in the hierarchy at the company and be like, hey, what you're doing is not acceptable and I'm not going to put up with it. So you need to change it. One, two, three. Whatever the context may be, whatever your tone may be. That's not an easy thing to do for most folks.
Of course, it's being confrontational. It's hard for most of people. Like even not sure what it's called exactly, but that differs for you as well. And when it comes to salary negotiation and stuff, if you don't confront or being acceptable, let's say, you won't get what you deserve. It's like عادي, you just get a lower salary and you could have got for more because خلاص you accepted the situation. Same as the job, as the situation you're talking about. You will keep getting disrespected because they know, you set a boundary, which is like too close for them. No, عادي, they can do whatever they want. Because you have to put the boundary straight with them.
Yeah, you simply won't get what you don't ask for.
Exactly.
Because why would you? Even in interpersonal relationships, where if you don't set boundaries, I'll keep pushing
It's true.
like your boundaries. I'll ask you to help me out one day. I'll ask you to help me out the second. I'll ask you to help me out the second time in one day. If you keep saying yes, 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 if you keep saying harder, harder, uh, eventually it'll reach a point where, and very quickly, it'll reach a point where you're harming yourself and you're compromising your other responsibilities to help me out
And even
and to
man,
be there for me. And you've never told me to stop, so why should I? It doesn't make me a bad person per se. It just
exactly.
means you're bad at setting boundaries.
And there is a point. The other person wouldn't be like, it doesn't have to be, they are bad people. Sometimes in the human nature, they take things for granted. إنه خلاص, he's seeing, my friend, whenever I ask him, he's just saying yes. I'm
So it's
pushing.
not a problem for him,
Yeah, no, I
right?
mean, maybe because if you keep saying yes, they will reach a point where they will be fed up, and خلاص أصلا you won't set a boundary. أصلا you will cancel the whole friendship. Something you would have just like if you from the beginning, or let's say halfway. No, حبيبي, and I would love to help you. You are my brother from Nazar Mazar, بس no, حبيبي, chill شوي with your whatever is happening,
With your request, let's say,
which is communication.
which
Someone,
is something that
something some people don't have.
most people don't have.
No,
Most people.
I meant certain amount of people. Certain.
Name and shame, yalla.
لا لا
No.
bro. Bro, the people who understand the meme, they would get it.
Oh, you're drinking tea with it. Okay.
I'm
Wow.
drinking tea, not coffee.
Real nice.
Okay.
Wow. Real
Bro, it
nice.
was a hidden message, man. You had to expose it. Communication is a key.
Look, uh, I've had this issue with several of my friendships too, where I didn't know how to set a boundary. And that's essentially the most important thing you can do and the best thing you can do for yourself and those that you care about is that
100%.
you set a boundary for them. It's also better for them, Tara. You're more capable and more available for them in the long run.
صح. 100%.
And instead of getting burnout, instead of getting fed up, instead of reaching that extreme point where you get done with it and then it suddenly hits them like what's it called? It hits them like a truck,
Yeah, صح.
as in they don't see it coming at all.
Yeah, piling it up. Man, I do find it, the older you get, the more you want to find maturity in the people around you. Okay, of course, it would be good to have like someone who's mature and fun around you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they have to understand, boundaries hurt sometimes. Okay, like let's say, something أنا عادي, I joke around. بس خيي أنت, you told me stop joking. يعني كيف بدي لك, it bothers me. هلا of course like inside, حبيبي, it's not that a big of a deal. لا بس it's a big of a deal to the person in front of me. If I care about them, حتى لو it's bothering me, it's, why making a big deal.
And why making it serious?
بالضبط, بس I have to respect that. This is a sign of maturity. عرفت,
Yeah.
صراحة يعني أنت عارف, people don't like to be told no, don't. فإنه you want someone to understand it's not about you, it's about me. فحبيبي, respect
It's
that boundary,
it's a
because
thing.
they
Yeah.
found it disrespectful, but it's not. It's just you not accepting it. You see, many people find it disrespectful if you told them no, لا حبيبي, this bothers me. لا, who are you to tell me what to do?
Oh, you're
This
like a big dude now. I
this
have to be.
this is me حبيبي. I'm the whole package. لا حبيبي. Let's برا.
Yeah, because it's a cycle, right? With someone who you don't have to ever do that with, they still joke around, but they know their limits,
Yeah,
so to speak.
exactly.
Okay, and there are limits. No matter how close you are to someone, there's always going to be limits.
Yeah, don't mention my mom. That's a limit. With
Yo,
yeah, not my mom.
that's always a limit.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, for sure. But you and me, for example, we're real close, and we both joke about stuff that we wouldn't do it with anyone else,
Yeah,
right? You wouldn't accept it from anyone else, the things you
true.
accept from
Yeah,
me,
the
and
thing
vice
that you
versa.
say,
The, the things that would get us canceled when
the secret DJ parties.
so you wouldn't accept that from anyone else.
Of
There's a
course.
reason why, because from coming from me, you know that's never meant as disrespect.
Yes.
You know that's never meant as trying to put you down. It's the only value it holds is how much fun it is for both of us.
100%. Because you see, they are close in terms, but there's a huge difference between cracking a joke and making fun of something. I know when you're trying to make fun of something, you're just like being disrespectful. It's like, لا, okay, pause. عشان I don't say something wrong. Let's keep it PG-16.
Yeah, see, making fun of the thing so we can laugh at it together.
Mhm.
Instead of me trying to shame you, trying to put you down, that's not fun anymore for you.
صح.
If it's not fun for both parties involved, it's not joking around anymore. It's straight up disrespect.
Exactly.
And people that need to be told that, they kind of already lost it.
Yeah,
Get what I mean? They kind of already don't have hope because they should have known.
100%.
That's also a curious, something I'm very curious about and has been very interesting and difficult to learn. Not with just my friendships, but more recently my marriage, where trying to find that balance between, oh, the other person should know this, versus clearly communicating it.
Yeah.
Because most of the things, when you've known someone for long enough, they know your limits, they know your boundaries, as they should,
Exactly.
right? But then, still, even after a long time, even after a lot of conversation, there will come up things where you thought it was very obvious that it's a no-go, and the other person still goes there,
Mm.
and you get surprised and you assume the worst, and you're like, oh, they knew this. They knew that this was something not okay to joke about. But, well, let's stick to the jokes example. But they still did it anyway, so okay, they don't respect me.
Oh, they are planning it since they woke up and to disrespect me.
Exactly. You assume malice when it's literally just them not knowing.
Exactly, man. That's why there is a term, the term I forgot. It's not. It doesn't mean إنه أنا willingly I did it. يمكن عادي for this moment خلاص I got carried away. That's it. بس
There's that too, yeah.
what is the difference? The difference is when I told you that was a disrespect, you would actually, oh, sorry.
When you get stopped, you actually stop.
Not like just to gaslight me. Why? I told you. No, no, it's nothing. Look, bro. I do see the formula for like a long-term relationship, whether it's like a platonic or it's marriage.
Romantic. Yeah.
It's like a lot of I'm sorry and you are right. You have to do that. It happens. And when they do something bad, خلاص, throw it away. زي ما يقولوا throw it in the sea.
Actually, forgive it.
Yeah, it requires a lot of forgetting. And because at the end of the day, man, there is a scale in everything. No one is perfect. Because if it's perfect, the scale of good is the scale of good would be heavy, like to the bottom. But no one is perfect. So it's like you have to scale. Is their bad worth their good? And most of the time, the good people, they're not, let's say, perfect, like I told you. They're good worth the bad. and that's it. You have to see it in that way. And you're dealing with a human being who's gonna keep hurting you for the rest of your life as long as you're in a relationship with them. لا, you are a human of emotions. There are days where they're gonna hurt you with their words, but there are many days where they will make it up for you. If you see it that way, you will realize no.
If it's a net positive or not.
Yeah, exactly. You will get money in life. Sometimes you have to spend it. But like if it reaches you to the zero and below, لا, then you have to recalculate
You
your.
gotta be making more than you spend.
Yes.
Or you gotta be spending less than you make.
So this is basically relationships. That's perfect.
But there also has to be readjustment every time someone gets stopped, like we said. There has to be readjustment where we go like, oh, you didn't like that, I will try not to do that anymore, and actually try not to do it
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Because why would you like you know I think this is the point came where whether you respect the person or not whether you like, because you can hurt someone or sorry,
You can love someone.
you can love someone and hurt them, but you shouldn't hurt someone you respect. يعني كيف بدي لك
Yeah,
I
and
think Mazen.
temporary hurt is fine, but
Yeah.
if you hurt someone and then you don't care that you
Yeah,
did
this
that,
is the disrespect. This is the point.
that's the disrespect.
Yes, this is something like takes a lot of toll on the scale. So it's like, يعني I could love you and everything, but if I showed, you're always showing a sign of disrespect, then it went back to the bad. Because man, شو اسمه هذا, like I told you, I didn't tell you صراحة, بس what I'm about to say, I don't see that love is the formula for anything. يعني أنا I could love you, خلاص بحب أقعد معك and everything, but I'm not respecting you, man.
But it's not a formula for longevity, that's for
Yes,
sure. It's a formula for fun, and it's a formula for a good
we
time.
could be having the best time, man. بس حبيبي, when we leave the setting, I start to talk shit about you or do the things that you don't like or whatsoever, and like publicly, let's say, discriminate or disrespect the group or anything you belong to. لا, أنت you're not showing any respect for me. Let's say I don't agree with you certain points, but because I respect you, I shouldn't be like publicly talking about them. يعني I had a friend, يعني I'll talk at as simple as I can, بس he started to talk shit about the stuff. I think يعني most of the people will understand that. حبيبي يعني كيف بدي لك, like I told you, I'm trying to filter it as much as possible.
You have to think of it in a way, but because see, I know it might be personal stuff, but when you talk about these things, you have to talk in a way that like someone with zero context can understand the
I
point.
get you.
Okay,
Let's
so
say for the group I belong to.
yeah,
Okay, man. يعني one day he's with me, but on social media he started to talk shit and stuff and start come up with the يعني everything bad you think of, he's naming us or whatsoever. It's like okay, we have our disagreements, but it shouldn't be like this. This is not you disagreeing. This is you just disrespecting.
insulting.
Yeah, أنا صراحة
If you disagree on principle, I don't have a problem with you.
يعني إيه بس يعني شو اسمه هذا, فأنا I blocked him from everything. لا, لأنه you can't just smile in my face, then I know you deep
Yeah,
inside.
that's hypocrisy.
إنه you're just like you don't like, let's say, my people. You get me? Let's say my people are just Lebanese people and that's it. فإنه هيك I think I confused people, بس يلا it's okay at this part.
No, I feel like
بس you
fine.
get me, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like it'll be understandable enough.
فيا man, respect is like the key to hold stuff together.
And what do you I should have told you this like earlier in the podcast, but anytime it gets too personal or something you don't want to touch, it's fine.
لا
Okay, you can just tell me.
أنا على فكرة I'm very شو اسمه هذا, as you can see, unfiltered person. بس
Unhinged.
yeah, بس I just try to filter the things I say. ولا يعني أنا في كان something I want to talk about it was like in Quran love was never mentioned between let's say couples. It's like المودة والرحمة. عرفت شلون؟ فإنه these are like the
What's the first one?
مودة.
What does that mean?
مودة I think I don't know how it's like translated in English.
Rahma, I know, is kindness.
Yes. المودة it's like I don't know. والله I don't know exactly. But what I mean إنه it's never it was never about love. And of course respect is mandatory. This is something like is the let's say the fundamental of religions overall, which is to respect other people and stuff. And I do always believe uh, most of the religions in core they're all about respecting others and living peacefully and in harmony. It's just like the problem is with people.
Hmm.
It's always the people.
Yeah,
But
that is where it has to stem from. Because if you don't respect someone else's lifestyle, someone else's beliefs,
yeah,
then you don't think of them as human almost. That
yeah,
transition from not respecting them to dehumanizing them is so quick.
exactly. Uh,
Because if you don't respect them, you can't see things from their perspective either. You won't even try.
صح صح على فكرة this is like perfectly said والله يعني this is the problem of disrespect because you don't see them as like as worth as before like I can step on them خلاص عادي because I don't have any respect for them.
You don't
This
have to
is
be considerate.
yeah,
You don't have to be mindful.
exactly. This is
You don't
like
have to do any
yeah,
of
this
those
is where
things.
everything crumbles.
See, there's a one of the most difficult aspects of maturing and uncomfortable aspects has been realizing that there is no such thing as an evil person. The whoever think of the worst person you can think of in your personal life, not in general.
Okay, not in
The
history
no
1945.
no no
Okay,
and that person, their motivations and their reasons make sense to them.
100%.
That's the problem. They're not a bad person. There is no such thing as a completely black and white bad person, and there's no such thing as a good person either. The person you have the worst experiences with, who's treated you the worst, had their good reasons.
Yeah, undermined.
Yes, in their mind. And a lot of us can do that retrospectively. We can do that about people in our past or even situations in our past. But once you start doing that
Mm.
and you start maturing to the level where you can start doing that in real time, when someone is talking shit to you, when someone is being disrespectful to you, when someone is breaking your boundaries, when
Mm.
someone is doing something you deem bad, something you deem evil, straight up, if you start doing it at that point, you it's honestly not a fun place to be in. It's a difficult place to be in because then you go like, what do I do with you? Because I'm not angry at you.
So,
This is just unfortunate because I know you're not a bad person. I know you're not evil. I know you're not motivated by committing evil. You are just in a space that's unhealthy and you're expressing those emotions in an unhealthy manner. That's what you're doing. Everything else is just my perception of it.
exactly.
What you're throwing out makes sense to you. It's hurting me. Yeah, cool, but that doesn't make me angry at you per se.
Mm.
That makes me maybe disappointed. That makes me what's it called? It makes me even feel bad for you that you're in such a space in your life where you think such behavior is appropriate.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like, you're just grateful, you weren't in his situation. Uh, Man, I do feel we're born neutral. We're not good or bad, but we're in our nature, we tend to the bad more because it's always easier. Just like they say, it's always easier to make the bad choice, not the good choice. Yani, if someone made you angry, it's always easier just to hit them in the face twice, left, right, good night. But it's much harder. Okay.
That's what that means, left,
Yes,
right. Can
left,
you
right,
like properly show it once here?
left, right, good night.
No, I mean
In
the
the
shirt.
t-shirt.
Your
Okay, not
punches suck.
okay. The story. Let's take a quick break. The story in Jujutsu Kaisen, basically, they are sorcerers. They use cursed energy, as they call it. Let's say call it magic or mana for the other terms. But my boy Yuji, he
Hmm.
actually uses his fist. So it's like everyone's like magic abilities stuff, and he's like left, right, good night. So this is like the whole story of Yuji. Like most of them channel their energy to do abilities,
Hmm.
but him he
Bro
challenges
is just like
to
bringing
strengthen his fist to
his
hit
knuckle
people.
sandwiches
Yes,
left and right.
exactly.
Okay.
اوكي شو اسمه ف it's gonna be hard not to hit him to just like said you feel sorry for him for the the situation the terms that led him to like attack another human being. No, عادي, just like a, let's say, a disagreement. Why are you that angry and insulting me? It's not worth it. فthat's why the harder choice انه not to do anything انه just like اوكي حبيبي خلاص انت صح and continue with your day. That's why I feel we're more pulled to the evil side. What determines your good? If you're chosen to two sides, whether to do good or bad. If you choose the good in this situation, then then you're actually good. I'll quote Joker from Batman movies. He said, "No, people are as good as their societies let them be." And just like when he wreaked havoc in the city, and people were like deciding whether to explode the boat, if you remember the movie, they were put in the two situation. There were two boats and two bombs, whether to and two triggers. If not anyone hit the trigger before 12 a.m., both of the bombs will explode. So someone had to hit the trigger first. There was the cons in the other boat and the civilians. And they were like, no, why would you, why would not explode them? They're just cons. They had their chances of life. But at the end, in the situation when there's, you kill another human being or to die, which is like the normal or the good scenario is, of course, to die. Why would you put a blood on your hands so you could survive for an innocent human being? Doesn't matter if they're criminal or not. You're not allowed to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't do the choice. And I mean, in this situation, it determines whether they're good or bad, an actual situation. And think about it, it's many other things in life. Are you actually good because how do you, the situation about not hitting someone? Are you actually good because you didn't hit him, or you had because you're weak, or you're actually strong and you chose not to hit him? يعني أنا I know if I grabbed you I would like خلاص will pray on you after 2 hours because you're dead. عارفت? But like no, I was in a strong position and I chose not to hit you in everything in anything. يعني what other situations?
Yeah, no, that's real important what you're saying. As in, the only way you can do good if you have the ability for the bad.
People who donate, like let's say and oh like and I donated 1 KD. Some of people actually donated, like let's say they have 10 KD and donated 1 KD. Some people have 100 KD and donated. They can never be the same. One gave 1% of their money and the other gave 10% of their money. So it's like it's always the what position are you?
Yeah, no, that thing about the ability to have to be able to do bad
Yeah,
or the ability to cause harm, let's say,
yeah,
and then choosing not to, that's the only way you're a good person. Otherwise, you're a weak person. You're not a good
exactly.
person. And that's lost on a lot of people. That's lost on so many people
Yeah,
because they just don't have the power and others consider them good.
yeah, exactly.
So the only way That's why the chase of power isn't intrinsically bad. It's intrinsically good because once you chase power, then you realize that, okay, what are you worth? Are you gonna do good with it? Are you gonna do bad with it now that you can?
Exactly.
Now that you can actually, now that it's actually a choice instead of just a way of surviving.
Yeah. Are you not harming people because you're weak or because you're strong? This is
Because you're good, right?
uh,
Weak or good.
this is like I do believe this is like I wouldn't say the best scale, but like it's like one of the best scales, to determine whether the person is good or bad.
I know we're deep into the yap zones, but might as well. Uh, coming back to the road rage thing you mentioned, that is one of the places where it's the most prominent because you've never heard someone talk about a good day they've had and mention that, hey, you know what else was good about that day? I stopped my car and shouted at someone because they cut me off. That that's never happened. So
No.
every time, whenever I have the energy and the soul, and I'm in a good place myself, of course, when someone gets mad at me on the road, I'm never mad at them back. I'm like, that's a person who's not having a good day.
True.
That's a person who had like held his tongue like 5 6 times today and had his limit crossed like 5 6 times today, and now they just burst open.
Just because I was driving a Sunny.
Also that.
Yeah.
So no, but seriously though, that there comes a part of the strength, as in you driving a worse car than them somehow gives them more power,
Exactly.
and so now they can shout even if they're weak.
Yeah. To explain them.
That's why I always try to get in fights with G classes.
Yeah. Exactly. Because like شو اسمه, if you want to explain this point, if there's a pyramid from the worst to the best cars, the Sunny is buried under the pyramid. It's like it is that
Like
bad.
you remove the pyramid, then
Yeah.
dig for half an hour.
It is there with the Daihatsu. The boxes like KFC always has it. It's delivering. طبعا
Man,
of course KFC is boycotting. Just to remind people. Are you?
yeah, of course.
Okay, بس
That's
تأكد.
why, like, there's no boycotted product here.
Yeah.
That's like
فهي
I cleaned my house of that stuff.
it's like the the Daihatsu. It's over there with them. Man, this is like another problem with people والله. يعني أنا شو اسمه I always especially the sunny people after what I went through I let them pass. هلا أنا I drive a Dodge Challenger, so it's like for some reason the car still has its respect in the road. It's like you're the Silverado of the شو اسمه the sedans. Man, so like most of the times when you want to pass, people would stop to let you pass. بس لا أنا if I saw a sunny, no, I would just بقول له حبيبي تعال. It's your way, not mine. Because I have suffered. Wallah, you see people treat you the worst because just like you said, you're driving a worse car than them. Man, I play online. I'm like chronically online playing always, all the time. Okay. And you know how much you get cussed at when you're playing online? I didn't get cussed at as much as when I was driving the Sunny. Wallahi, people were flipping me because I didn't let them pass or something. It's my own side of the road.
Uh,
Sorry, I didn't let you pass and hit me. They would flip me. They would once one guy. I was like astaghfirullah. I was walking in his. I was driving on his road because he was on the side parking. Then suddenly he decided to leave the parking, so I didn't hit brakes. He got mad. Why didn't you let me move on your side of the road? Man, he closed the road. He was driving a G class. He closed the road. So it's like I was moving normally. He just decided to leave the parking. Then like خلص.
Hmm.
Because I honked at him, he got mad. He closed the door. He started yapping. بعدين أمك. It's like what to do there, Habibi? Thank you. Then he get back in his car and kept driving. والله شو اسمه
Bro,
I'm not
having that much
exaggerating.
ego is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating, man. Because I used to drive the Sunny when I the morning for the car most of the time. Then I'm driving my personal car. Man, there's a huge difference in respect. Wallah, one of the reasons why I don't want to sell the car, okay, because the respect you get on the road. لا حبيبي, this is
Oh, the Challenger, not
yes.
the Sunny. I thought you wanted to keep the
لا
Sunny
لا
to
لا
stay
حبيبي,
humble.
no, no. Man, I got humbled enough driving the Sunny, wallah. That's
Oh
why, like I
God.
told you, like I let the small cars pass, and the other cars, no, I would never let them.
You know, I genuinely believe that should be a requirement when you get your license. Find the shittiest car there is. The first 3 months, you have to drive that car. You have to do like 1,000 kilometers on the shittiest car there is on the road,
Achievement unlocked.
and then you can go and buy whatever car you want. Because people be acting crazy.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I consider whenever I'm buying a car and whenever I'm recommending a car to someone. I was like, yeah, everything is perfect with this car. The reliability is great. The AC is great. It doesn't cost all that much. It's very comfortable. It's all great. Oh yeah, but don't buy it. Why not? Because it won't get respected on the road.
صح صح.
And that's a legit reason that a lot of people don't consider, but that's a legit thing in Kuwait.
والله والله.
And I have the solution for it. Whenever you get a license, drive 1,000 kilometers in a car that's at the bottom of the food chain, whether that's a Nissan Sunny, whether that's an older Corolla,
The Daihatsu,
that's that the
Lancer,
hands
the
Lancer,
old one.
yeah, the long one.
Yeah.
What else is there?
I would say we already mentioned the Sunny. I think, yeah, that's it. These are the bottom of the,
The bottom of the food chain,
yeah.
yeah.
Or
And
any taxi, that's any car that's used by taxis, Corollas.
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, Civic kind of escapes that. Civic and Camry, they kind of
Yeah,
escape
yeah,
that.
100%, man.
Yeah, even though they're used as taxis, they're still.
They're the luxurious taxis.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, فمان والله, like this is like became like a serious option for me when to buy a car. The amount of respect that you get on the, because it can get you out of many situations, يعني.
And it can genuinely be dangerous too.
صح?
Like people cutting you off more often.
They always do
Because
that.
sometimes you're coming at speed and someone wants to merge. Excuse me. And they won't try to merge if you're in a decent car or decent
صح?
looking car at least.
100%, man. Man, once like I was like when you exit a highway to enter an area, the guy wanted to cut me off, and like wallah, he was that close to hit me. Then he get next to me, opened the window, then looked at me. He thought I was like شو اسمه, a delivery guy or something. Then so then خلاص continued his day. I think this is a sign, wallah, no, this is a person like
With a very, very fragile ego.
yeah, and قول معي, I wouldn't consider that as a good person. You know why? لأنه شو اسمه, you were trying to disrespect me because I was just a delivery guy. And this is like your meter for respect. If I'm a delivery guy, then you don't respect me. And come on, man.
Is that like the people at the bottom of the food chain, so to speak? Everyone, I feel like, needs to go through that in different situations. You can't just directly be in a position or in a career where you feel respected all the time. You
صح.
have to go through that, and then you'll become the person that respects others, and then you'll become a person that shows respect to those below you, so to speak.
Yeah, 100%. But unfortunately, man, some people find it as a motivation to fuck everyone up. Oh, went through bad situations. Now it's your turn to handle my rage. It's like
And
he has an agenda or something. يعني
yeah,
أنا
that's just
speak,
immature.
يعني like I told you, like when I used to work as a merchandiser back in the day, man, sometimes people in the co-ops like they were thinking me I work in the co-op, or even if I work there, why are you calling person like this? Like تفضل. انت مش شغال هون خلص, سوري سوري سوري. بس تفضل في if you want anything I
Yeah,
can help you بس انه
if you worked
حبيبي
here, you didn't
حبيبي don't worry your
expect.
food will come hot بس انه ايش فيك جرسون
So
فلا انه
messed up.
لا انه فانه يستارت تفير لا حبيبي شو اسمه هذا يعني كيف بدي لك people just like we should stop calling them at the bottom of the food chain
But it
hardworking
is.
people let's call them hardworking people
No, it is the bottom of the food chain because they're trying to climb up.
it is true I'm not telling you you're not wrong بس
Yeah,
انه
but
we're just using like
say it how it is. It's fine to be at a shitty place in life as long as you're trying to get out of it.
but it might
No
not be shitty
disrespect. Yeah.
it just might be their life you know it's not a if you look at it at a different way it might be their life
Yeah,
it's not
but
just a
even
shitty
them, see,
but make it easier for them
let's talk about expats in Kuwait that are working, like I said, at the bottom of the food chain.
labor work yeah.
No, not labor. That's a different story. Let's talk about delivery drivers. We're talking about delivery drivers. They're doing one of two things. They're either trying to become team leaders and start working at the head office, or they're saving up money to start something back home.
صح
There is no delivery driver in Kuwait who is sitting here and thinking that, you know what I'll do? For the next 10 years of my life, I'll deliver orders. I'm sorry, but it's a shit job. It
صح
is.
صح
But no matter how you look at it, and no one that does it loves it. It's something that they have to do, and respect to that too. That they're doing the hard work. They're putting in the hard work because they want to accomplish something better. And that's a perfectly fine place to be in life, as long as you're trying to get out of it, and no matter what your age is.
man they're suffering just for you to eat your nachos hot والله فحرام
I like hot nachos, man.
buddy. With a good movie فانت شوف the food you're just enjoying they're struggling to get it to you يعني
Yeah, but they're getting paid for it, so it's
لا.
fine.
yeah بس انه كمان
But that, of course, my problem is with the respect.
ah.
Again, coming back to it, it's you can't have that big an ego, and I'm sorry, but to be harsh and use that terminology, but like you're not Rab.
صحيح صحيح
You're the same size as me, bro. You're the same. Uh, what's it called? You're made from the same thing as me. You have the same what's it called? Motivations and joys and sadness as me.
are you sure some people in history disagree with that
Fair enough. You really want to talk about 1948, huh?
لا we can't
Anywho,
was he wrong though?
yes.
Yeah he was لا we're
Yes,
joking he was
He was. I'm trying to get monetized, bro.
Yeah, we're joking yeah
Yeah. So no, that depth of ego is so necessary.
ego would stop you from doing a lot of stuff you can't communicate because ego comes from a point where you see yourself better than the others like and just like you said like and how are we supposed to live along together if you think you're better than me then you will belittle everything I think about every thought I share with you everything you see me
And karma
unworthy
comes to bite you in the ass for exactly the thing that you took advantage of. Well, if you have a big ego, I genuinely believe that karma will show you how small you are
True.
sooner or later. If you refuse to see it yourself, you will be put in a position where that's taken away from you.
صح
Yeah, that's a real problem, which can be solved by either meditation or doing shrooms.
we're telling kids to do drugs now
This is not a video for kids.
okay
It's
do
fine.
drugs
It's like grown-ups,
They're cool.
not drugs. Shrooms,
shrooms
maybe if you can do them legally.
هلا بس
Go to a country where you
yes
can
yes
do
صح.
them legally.
بس هو شوف they are wrong بس I get your point because basically they make you relax so the whole point in life is حبيبي chill we're all here just like a train station let's all just get on the train and fuck off and don't make it hard for anyone
Do
والله
the best for yourself. Yeah.
they always tell you لا life is hard and stuff لا يا حبيبي
It doesn't have to be.
when God made عمي شوف how God made life man the earth is beautiful we fucked it up basically people make stuff harder No pun
It's
intended.
important to do hard things,
No
okay?
pun
That's
intended.
fine. God damn it. It's okay. It's important to do hard things like exercise or building a business, whatever. Those kind of hard things are important to do. But when it comes to simple interactions where you could be kinder instead, and but you choose to be someone who wants to show off, you choose to be someone who wants to put down the other person,
صح.
that's not that's not helping anyone. We can all win, but not
صح.
with that mindset.
Yeah, 100% man. بس people think يعني you basically consider it as a multiplayer game or anything, or it's a team game or football. You can't just rely on one player. You're not Messi. Even Messi has to rely, wallah, has to rely on the goalkeeper. If he scored 10 goals and he doesn't have a goalkeeper, they will score 20. Its life should be lived as a community, not individuals. Unfortunately, even between families now, لا don't work with your relatives, that's bad. لا لا, your brother, what if your brother backstabbed you مش stuff. ليه why يعني you're trusting a stranger, why not trust your brother. يعني I do believe, I don't know, you have heard of the Baharas, right? Basically most of the
Yes,
people in here in Kuwait, سوق القديم كذا, man, they work as a whole community.
that is such a beautiful thing.
Man,
Yeah,
أنا now I have money, تا حبيبي أنت تا, my cousin تا, come work with me. We gain enough money, تا حبيبي, open this business for you. Keep it growing. When we have enough money, we don't think about putting more money in our pocket. We're thinking about building more businesses for our relatives, and they work together, and they're fine, and they're
that's
rich.
such a beautiful thing. I want to have someone on from the community to talk about that.
Yeah, that
That is
would be
such a beautiful system that they
man.
follow.
I do, والله, I do love their system. I do see their قول معي, working fine, but it didn't happen in a day. Of course, just of course it happened like through generations are being taught. إنه لا, family comes first. Whatever good there is, we share it between our family. Not we think about taking it outside. يعني والله يعني in this time and era, man, you can't do anything on your own. Man, you can't buy
And
like
you shouldn't, and it'll be multiplied by X if you do it with someone who shares the vision.
هلا let's say هلا أسد أنت you have, let's say, 4 family members. Okay. أنت you have 5,000 KD. Tell me a business, or like you have like a tangible business, an actual, like, let's say you want to rent anything that would 5,000 KD would be enough. It's very hard. I won't say it's impossible, but it's very hard.
Mm.
But each one of you have 5,000 KD. Now like you have a شو اسمه
Make it
around
20,000 and then it's like,
20,000.
yeah.
Now you can start do something. You build up together. Just like they say, one hand doesn't clap. It just slaps. But she together, it claps. ف
Thank you so much.
أيوة
I
bro.
think we'll wrap it up there.
خلاص, طب what if I have more stuff to talk about?
That sucks. In part two. Habibi, bro. Thank you so much for doing
thank you
this.
for having me, bro. إن شاء الله والله, I wish you all the best. I do feel you're hitting or like trying to leave rock bottom from this podcast because you invited me. I don't think you have a lot of people at the moment. So hopefully, inshallah, in the future, I am pretty sure you'll have more. I don't know. No, you won't have more fun people.
Yeah, no, I don't think I will.
Yeah, bro.
You'll be the only fun one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. They were like sitting like this and talking and stuff.
No, see,
And
I'm trying to get my setup less like this
yeah,
and more just fluid where I can just get it up and done. And it can be out of the way, it can be not a hurdle.
yeah,
And
that's
yeah, streamline everything. And yeah, then I have pretty consistent, like right now, I have 4 guests lined up. So that's a month.
mm.
So
يلا
I'm good.
inshallah, لا لا bro,
Alhamdulillah, I know a lot of interesting people.
you'll
Yourself included.
حبيبي bro, I know. Like I told you, I don't have an interesting life, but I am interesting. Inshallah, one day. لا لا, I don't want my life to. I want it the same way. Just work and sleep. Wallah, man, sleep is You know, in Arabic they call نوم الظالمين عبادة. It's like when I'm sleeping, I'm not bothering anyone. I'm not bullying anyone. That's why, like, life is in peace and harmony. Subscribe to Asad.
Good night, AJ.
Have a good night.